as of this recording, the virus, their cerveza, I call it their cerveza, their cerveza disease, cerveza flu. The cerveza flu is affecting a lot of people around the world, and
Yes.
I just did an episode this week about how the coronavirus is actually affecting our industry, and we've lost. I think in China they lost $2 billion in revenue worldwide, already $4 billion in revenue, and it's no stop in sight. Like literally China right now, which is, I think, is it the second or the first biggest market? I'm not sure now. I don't know if it overtook the U.S. or not, but they shut down 70,000 screens. Like they shut down their box office, which is
Yeah.
decimating a very
Yeah.
fragile and honestly, in my opinion, vulnerable film industry, which I feel that the China
Yes.
market has been propping up. The losses that they have
Yes.
occurred from DVDs and all the other foreign sales and all these other things that were there before have been taken away over the years. And China was kind of like bubbling it up a little bit, but then all of a sudden it's gone and everyone's like, oh crap. So how do you
Yeah.
see this affecting our marketplace moving forward in 2020?
Well, I mean, absolutely, the rug has been pulled out from underneath the industry. I mean, not certainly just our industry, but every industry and worldwide. The consequences of what is occurring right now is going to probably impact us for the next decade.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I believe, and we will get past it. We do. We
Yeah, of
always
course.
do.
Yes.
We get through everything. But it really is going to require a major readjust, almost potentially a complete paradigm shift in the way we do business. I mean, the good news prior to this event of the virus is that because of all of these emerging sort of marketplaces, content is now much more valuable, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because I remember back when I was first starting off, you're trying to knock down the door to get somebody to pay attention to you because you had a project that you wanted to bring in, and people would just slam the door on you and get out of here, kid. But those roles have reversed quite a bit now, and content is king, and there's so much space now that needs to be filled with content. So that puts the creative people in a better position in terms of that. But then the question is, now the throngs of possibilities, how do you penetrate that?
Mm-hmm.
How do you penetrate that? Because now you've got a billion times more competition than you used to have. So even though there's more opportunity and access, it's still sort of a funnel. And, somebody's getting stuck in that, there's only a few people coming through that from everybody that's pouring into it. So I think, honestly, more than ever, this business has always been a business of relationships, and you and I are a testament to that.
Mm-hmm.
And not just you and I, but all of the people that you and I have in common in our circle.
Mm-hmm.
That we all see each other at all the events in our little kind of clan, right?
Right.
Well, that's the core of the independent film world, at least here in LA. And I think that, especially somebody new, they have to really focus on building those internal relationships and finding the good guys, right? Because there's a lot of not good guys
Mm-hmm.
out there. By being able to identify those people and stay with them and work hard to make sure that they nurture and maintain those relationships over a long period of time, because this is the long game. This whole industry is about playing the long game. So if anybody's in it for a quick anything, whether it's a quick buck or they want to get famous, quickly, or they want to win an Oscar in the first film, that's not the mindset. It just isn't. You and I see that every day. That can't be the mindset. There's nothing wrong with having that kind of ambition and dream, but you also have to have your feet in reality and grounded. And I think that as long as people stay close to people like us who are in it for the right reasons and have all of the right intentions. And like you said earlier, I'm a straight shooter. I tell people things they don't want to hear every single day.
Yes.
And you know what? And I'm proud of that because I know that they're going, oh, harsh, But at the end of the day, I'm doing it because I haven't got time for BS. I just don't. I got 12 films in production. Just came out of principal photography. I got a million things going on right now. So the last thing I have time for is to babysit for somebody, right? And to hold somebody's hand. Now, I am willing to take my time and work with somebody over the long haul, but they have to be doing the heavy lifting at the end of the day. They have to make their contribution, especially if it's their film. There's so many people that come to people like me, and they have an expectation, which is already a problem. They have an expectation that they're going to be able to hand something over to me and that I'm going to do it for them or take it from there. And it's the complete opposite. I will help empower them to do it themselves, and give them the tools and the resources and the knowledge and the information and whatever it is that they need for that. But I don't work for them, and they don't work for me.
Right.
That's what a collaboration is, So as far as the global market is concerned, I really think it's kind of a wait and see. I think we got to kind of wait and see how this thing flushes out. For example, South by Southwest being canceled was a major blow. We're talking about $365 million in revenue. The potential is just wiped. And I'm working with a couple of organizations that I'm affiliated with to try to help potentially screen some of these filmmakers' films that would have gone there here in LA, so that at least kind of give them a little bit of a leg up, because I know that these filmmakers must be crushed.
I mean, can you imagine spending your whole, I got into South by, my film got into South, and then all of a sudden it's canceled because of a virus scare. I can't even imagine. I can't
either. It's got to be gut wrenching. And, it could be, for some people, it could be an insurmountable problem, something that they may never recover from, because they might have all their eggs in that one basket, which is another conversation.
Yeah.
But so that's why I'm saying we're going to try to at least do something. I don't know yet. We got a couple of organizations that I belong to. I'm on the board of directors at New Filmmakers Los Angeles. We're talking about partnering with some other groups here in LA, and combining our resources in terms of theaters and space, and being able to get some of these films shown, at least here in LA, for audiences, despite the fact that they're not going to be able to compete in the festival.
Yeah, and I know RB, our mutual friend RB Botto from Stage 32, he's trying to do something as well to help those filmmakers as well.
They'll be one of those partners that we'll be working with.
Yeah, it's devastating. It's devastating.